Barely 5 days after it approved a total budget size of 54.99 trillion naira, the National Assembly Joint Committee on Appropriations has admitted to errors detected in the fiscal document passed last week. The errors detected are mostly in the pensions and gratuities of security agencies, including the military and the Office of the National Security Advisor (NSA). Also affected are pensions and gratuities of university workers, various ministries, departments, and agencies of government, including the presidency.
The Joint Committees discovered some inadvertent errors in the unlisted line items passed by the House of Representatives and the Senate, recurrent in the Ministry of Justice, Ministry of Police Affairs, Office of the Head of the Civil Service, Civilian Pension, Military Pensions and Gratuities.
In the Senate, lawmakers quickly set to work to correct the mistakes after explanation from the chairman of his Appropriation Committee, Adeola Olamilekan.
The Senate observed that at the point of cleaning and realigning, the Joint Committee on Appropriation discovered some errors in the underlisted lines item passed by the Nigerian Senate and the House of Representatives.
Relying on Section 1B and 54(6) of its standing rules, the Senate recommitted the Appropriations Bill for correction during a committee of supply. The correction, however, did not affect the total expenditure of 54.99 trillion naira passed last week. The statutory transfer of 3.64 trillion naira and debt service of 14.317 trillion naira also remains the same. The corrected version of the budget, however, shows an increase of 588 billion naira in the recurrent expenditure from 13 trillion naira approved last week to 13.588 trillion naira. It also shows a reduction of 588 billion naira in the capital component of the budget from 23.9 trillion naira to 23.4 trillion naira. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, took his time to explain why it was necessary for the National Assembly to revert itself, but not without demanding an apology for the typographical error from the Appropriations Committee chairman.
Would have taken a longer procedure for amendment if this had already been transmitted to Mr. President for assent. So I commend you for the transparency. But I thought you also add that you apologize to the Senate for the errors.
For the stress we have taken you through, as chairman of the committee, we say we are sorry, but it's just that we have no other choice than to go through this process.
The Senate subsequently adjourned plenary for an hour, after which it returned to approve the votes and proceedings for Tuesday to enable it transmit the corrected version of the 2025 budget to President Bola Tinubu for his assent. Omo Bazwai, Arise News.